And welcome back as we talk about this book right here, Brushing Away the Tears. I do want to say Miss Debbie Wilson's with us this morning. Now, she was with us several months ago when she first came out with this book, and this is a book about her brother who passed away, HIV.
Yes.
And, you know, she sent me the book. I wanted to read it before we did the interview, and I told Debbie, I said, you know, a lot of people may say, okay, here's a book about a gay man who died from a disease that typically happens in that lifestyle. But yet when I read it, it was really, really interesting to me. And I read the whole book, every page. I mean, it was hard to put down. It was a different perspective. I guess it showed a humanity side of we're all going to die from something, no matter what our issues may be. And it just showed just what a great person he was. Well, and how scary this whole thing is.
It is. And he put a lot of his fears into his journals and his creating his art. But it has touched a lot of people, and a lot of people that have read it in the months since it came out has talked about how they really fell in love with him as a person.
Right.
And no matter what the issue is,
He's human.
Yeah, and it really speaks to the living like you're dying kind of philosophy, because that's what he really tried to do. And
that's probably it in a nutshell, living like you're dying, because, you know, what you think is old isn't old anymore as we have more birthdays and more birthdays. And then with all the health issues, and, you know, try to relate this to maybe cancer.
Right.
So you don't know, you know someone who's affected by cancer.
Right. And then, you know, he died at 39, which, of course, seems younger and younger all the time as the older I get as well. But it was just it's just something I wanted to put out there, and it's a compilation of his journals and my mom's journals. So he really tells his own story, and that is what has really touched a lot of people, because it's his voice and you really feel like you get to know him.
I mean, that's true. That's very true. Well, how has it been since you've written the book and it's been out?
Well, you know, we started out, with Amazon.com and online retailers, and then we've got Coldwater in Florence and the Marriott Shells Gift Shop, and recently we added Books A Million, which of course is an Alabama company that we're very proud of. The family's located in Florence, and we're getting ready to do a big event last Saturday in August with Books A Million, and also we'll do some in Huntsville and Madison area and Birmingham. So that has been a big step, having a Southeast retailer. Yeah. So you know, and I've worked part-time doing that, and my full-time job is tourism director. As you guys know, you guys helped us promote a lot of stuff over in the area.
You have stayed so busy, and you know, from a family perspective, you're the sister. When you lose a loved one, no matter for what reasons, it's always difficult. How was writing the book a healing process for you? It
was a healing process in that it took me several years to be able to do it. But it kind of let me relive the great moments too, the nice moments as well as the painful moments. But it also was a healing process, and I really feel it's a tribute to my brother and my family, my mom and dad, and, you know, my brothers, my other two brothers. It's just been a nice family kind of healing process for all of us.
We always talk about the good. Has there been any negative, or have you had any questions asked to you that just stunned you?
You know, not really. It's been kind of interesting. Some people that I thought would really be supportive have been a little nervous about it, and some people that were had really never been around any gay or HIV/AIDS issues have really, it's opened their minds.
Right.
And we were also using it as a big awareness tool, and there's been a little resistance from some conservative areas, but for the most part it's been very supportive.
You know, in the world today, Debbie, it's very hard not to know someone who is gay or lesbian, and I have friends that, you know, I know, and maybe it's not the lifestyle for me, but it is their choice, and life is choices, and, you know, you have to be nice to everyone. You shouldn't be mean to anyone.
And one of the things we really want to make, you know, a point with this book is, you know, AIDS is not just a gay disease. In fact, in Alabama, the fastest growing population are straight women. So, but it's been an interesting perspective, you know, being a straight woman coming out with a gay brother in a very kind of conservative area. And I have a very public job, as you well know.
So that's a big step for you.
It really was, and maybe that's why it took me a while. As open-minded and everything as I thought I was, it was still kind of hard to really come out there. But it has been a very rewarding experience, and I've met some incredible people and had some incredible reactions like yours along the way that's made it worth it.
Well, your brother, you know, I never met him in person as many times as we were in Florence with you, but I'm glad I got to actually know who he was, because you really feel like you do get to know him, and he gives you a different perspective and a different view that you would never think about So you did very well. He did very well too. Congratulations.
Great journey.
Yeah, I'm very proud of you. And you can get the book, of course, Amazon, and now Books A Million. It's Brushing Away the Tears. And while you're up here, Miss Tourism in Lauderdale County, I do want to talk about the Marriott Shoals. They are celebrating 5 years, and they've done a great job there. A lot of us go over there for the spa experience that they have too. So that's pretty good. And your book is in the market as well.
Yes, it is. And we want to invite everybody to come over to the Shoals and experience the Marriott on the 5th birthday. It's really transformed tourism in the Shoals, and we're real excited they've been there 5 years, and we're still in the bottom complex. So
great. All right, Debbie, thank you so much for being with us this morning. You can catch it too on YouTube if you have any questions. I'm sure Debbie will be happy to help you with that. You can email me ztv@jamiecooper.com, and I'll pass her information to, of course, Florence Tourism Division. You can see them there in the Shoals area. We're going to take a quick break. When we get back, talking to Dr. Jan White about some interesting topics. Stay with us. We'll be right back right after this.